Hello everyone, it's me, Riffraff Hornhelm, and I'm back again with another presentation from the Dwarven Vault. And today we have a monster review. And today's monster is the Cloud Giant. The Cloud Giant, as brought to us from the original monster manual, as used with basic Dungeons & Dragons and Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, or what's typically known today as 1E. Now, this is a continuation of the series that we've been doing on the existing giant classes, the existing giant class and the individual giant races within that class. And now we're at the Cloud Giant. Now, out of the 6 giants that there are, the 6 different races, this is the second most powerful. And, of course, they like to live in castles on high mountain peaks, or in cloud islands, magical cloud islands. Pretty wild. Now, that depends. These are average to intelligent, very intelligent. The more intelligent ones live on the cloud islands. The other ones live in the mountaintop castles. And, of course, these are more powerful, as I said, than the other giants up till this point that we've spoken about. These ones have an armor class of 2. And they have 12 plus, I think it's 2 to 7 additional hit points at the end of it. So these have more endurance, they're harder to hit. And of course they are, once again, taller and stronger. I mean, these ones are 18 feet tall, and they're going to have a strength of like, 22 or 23, something like that. That's crazy. Now, in addition to all that, because of where they live, they're less likely to have some creatures than others. In their particular case, it's spotted lions. And that's what you're liable to find in the lair, helping to defend it. And of course, in the lair, if you catch them there, you're also going to find a good chance of both females and young. Now, the one special power, so to speak, that these specific giants have is they have an incredibly keen sense of smell. And because of that incredibly keen sense of smell, think fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman, that kind of stuff. They're only surprised on a 1 on a 6-sided die roll. So not too easy to get by these guys. And they are not only anything from average to highly intelligent, but they also are very strange on alignment. They're neutral, but in this particular case, as it says in the book, 50% of them are evil, 50% of them are good. Now, if they're evil, there is a chance that they will have captives within their either cloud island demesne or in their castle, and they could have 1 to 3 captives, which of course could maybe bring some good things your way or something like that. Now, these giants are not as, one-dimensional as some of the other giants are. Even though it doesn't have a great amount of ability, it does have one other thing. This giant's able to levitate up to 20,000 gold pieces in weight twice a day. That's in addition to being able to levitate itself. Now, obviously, it has to be able to get up to its cloud castle and things like that, so it makes sense that it can do that. But that's also something that it can use, well, for or against you in any kind of interaction that you have with the giants. Makes it a lot more powerful than some of the other giants that we've spoken about here. Certainly, the Cloud Giant has a lot more going for it if it has to get into some kind of melee combat. Now, of course, us dwarves, we would prefer to stay away from these. These are not ones that we run into very often. They don't hang out in caverns. We don't go up to cloud castles or cloud islands, things like that very often at all, if we can avoid it. And of course, we don't hang out at the mountaintops inside of castles either, especially castles built for giants. So our experiences with these are less than they are with some of the other types of giants. So we went out to the greater Hornhelm community and asked everybody, of course, hey, what about the cloud giant? And the greater Hornhelm community, the DMs came back and said, hey, this is one you got to watch out for. And this one was a 7, 7.5. I think that's more appropriate. They're hard to sneak up on. They got a lot more hit points. And they have this ability to levitate, and they can levitate some serious weight. So much more difficult and fun to use. I've certainly used these before, both the evil and the good ones. And they're definitely a lot of fun to use with your adventuring party if you're a DM. Now, of course, we also had to go out to the players out there and say, well, what did you think about the Cloud Giant? They actually came back with a little bit higher rating. They said it was 7 to 8, and the main reason given for that was the fact that they were so difficult to sneak up on. Because they're difficult to surprise, and with that additional ability to levitate, they found them to be a very difficult encounter. Makes some sense, I guess. So, that, my friends, is the Cloud Giant. This is one you want to watch out for. If you enjoyed today's, well, no. Hope you enjoyed today's presentation. If you did, please be so kind as to leave us a like, maybe drop us a comment. Consider subscribing if you haven't. Share with your friends. But most of all, come back and see us again real soon. We thank you for your very kind support. Take care, everyone, and remember, dwarves rock!